The Oilers are playing unbelievable hockey. Dallas has been the best all-around team in the Western Conference really all season long. And the Oilers' problem, it's been their real problem over the last, I would say, 10 years, was their goaltending. They have not had good goaltending. And Skinner, I don't know what's going on with Skinner, but he's finally figuring things out. And if he can do this, if they can get out of this series and go into that Panther series and even plays half as well as he's done in this series, I think they win the Stanley Cup. Connor McDavid is the best player in the world. I don't think you can argue that. Draisaitl is the second best player in the world. They have one of the best offensive defensive players in all of hockey as well. And they're getting goaltending. And by the way, the best young coach in the NHL. I'm not surprised that they're going to move on. The Rangers probably shaking their head because they could have hired Knobloch. And maybe this is the Rangers going back-to-back finals. Edmonton, this is their second time. If they win, last year, where were they? They were in the finals, weren't they?
Oh, yeah.
And now they're going to get a chance to play the Florida Panthers once again and redeem themselves. And it was really because Skinner couldn't stop a lick against the Florida Panthers in that series. But I think the Oilers are special. Connor McDavid's, he's been really screaming for a championship, at least winning his first. He's always going to be considered one of the greatest players to not win a championship if he doesn't do it. I mean, you look at Sidney Crosby, a Canadian player. Everybody thought he was the next Wayne Gretzky. It took him a while, but once he won his first one, he won his second one. And then you look at Sidney Crosby. I don't know if you can compare him to Mario Lemieux or Wayne Gretzky, but he's one of the more electrifying Canadian players we've seen in the last decade. And now you bring in a guy like Connor McDavid, who a lot of people thought, not only with the speed, the size, the ability that this guy has, the electrifying ability that this guy, stick handling, defensive prowess, hitting. I mean, this guy is one of the most all-around players we've seen come to the NHL in such a long, long time and could go down as one of the greatest. But he needs to win a championship. He needs to win a chip to be considered. Edmonton hasn't won a championship in over 30-something years. Maybe even more than that, 40-something years.
Late 80s.
Yeah, so it's been a long, long time since Edmonton's won. The last time they won was with Paul Coffey, Mark Messier, Adam Graves, those type of teams. Wayne Gretzky. They haven't won in a very, very long time. As far as the Panthers are concerned, they're the best all-around team after they made that Marchand trade. When they brought Marchand in, when Chuck got hurt, and they worked this contract thing and the salary cap thing like the Lightning has done year in and year out for the years that they were champions, you knew the Florida Panthers were one of the favorites of going to the finals and possibly winning it again. And with Bobrovsky playing the way he has every single playoff run and the ability that they have defensively, I just think all around the Florida Panthers are the most talented team in hockey. They've been that. And I'll say this again. Who would have thought that the two best franchises in the last 10 years would come from Florida? Just think about it. The two best franchises that have won and been consistent were from the Tampa Bay area and the Florida area. It's an amazing story. I'm so excited. And that's great for Florida because it brings in more hockey fans to come and watch hockey. And it drives jersey sales. It drives all the different sales and sponsorships that Florida has gained ever since that Florida has been the mark of where you want to play when it comes to the NHL. Congratulations to the Florida Panthers. Very well deserved. And Matthew Tkachuk, who's one of the meanest and biggest, supporters of, I guess, two-dimensional big mouth hockey, has really been the standstill for United States hockey. And it's been the spokesman of United States hockey over the last 2 years. So I like Matthew Tkachuk just because he speaks highly of USA hockey. And Matthew Tkachuk and the Tkachuk brothers have been the present thought of what you want a USA hockey player to be over the last couple of years. So it's a great story, and hopefully we can see Florida win back-to-back championships. I don't think you guys realize how important Brad Marchand has been since they made that move. He adds another style of toughness to this team. He gives you a different look on another line where they can kind of switch it around and give you that toughness. Tkachuk is one player. Now you have another guy that's a pain in the ass, like a flea when he's out there. He's going to, if you turn your back, he's going to chop your legs. If you go to the right, he's going to hit you. He's going to hit you on the left. He is one of those guys that he's like a gnat that doesn't go away. Mm-hmm. And that's just like Matthew Tkachuk. And you add that kind of dimension to your team, and now you have a healthy Matthew Tkachuk and a healthy team. I mean, when you look at the paper, when you look at the Oilers or even Dallas, how do you match up against a team where they have four lines and their fourth line could be another team's second best line? Yep. That's how good it is. And it's scary. And by the way, the Florida Panthers are going to be this good next year, too. And they've got a great farm system. One of the best in the NHL. One of the top 5 farm systems in all of hockey.